Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. In front of me I have Polar Grid X2, and in today's video I'm going to show you a few tricks you can use on this watch. So let's get started. First thing I want to show you is how to optimize the battery on this watch. Basically, if you want your watch to last a bit longer, you can turn off some features or change them, change some options to make your battery last a bit longer. And to do that, first we need to open the settings. So grab your watch, wake up the screen on it by pressing the back button or basically any button. Then press the back button to open the menu. Now scroll through the menu and look for the settings icon. And once you find the settings icon, tap on it, of course. Here, tap on General Settings. And now we have two things right here in this menu, or no, three things we can change to make the battery last longer. First, we can lower the display brightness. So if you tap on display brightness, you can select low or medium instead of high to prolong your battery life. Next, you can also disable the display always on. So if the always on display is enabled, you can disable it to prolong the battery life. And last thing right here in settings is the positioning and satellites. And basically you can change the better accuracy to power save, which will also lower the battery consumption. And once you're done here, you can go back and you can also change two more things. You can go to the training menu. So open the menu, tap on start training. You can tap on any workout. And in the workout settings, so you can tap on settings. You can tap on power save settings. And here we can change a few things. We can change the GPS recording rate. So you can lower it, for example, to 1 minute or 2 minutes. Because by default it's every second. But you can change it to 1 minute, every 1 minute, or every 2 minutes, or you can disable it completely. But if you want to use GPS during the workout, turning it off is kind of not an option. So you can just lower it to, let's say, 1 minute, and it will also increase your battery life during the workout. And you can also disable the wrist-based heart rate if you don't care about it during the training. If you disable it, it will also extend your battery life. Okay, and that's about all when it comes to the battery optimization. Now I'm gonna show you how to block the some applications from your phone to send the notifications to your watch. So if you, for example, have some applications you don't care about and they spam you with the notifications and it annoys you that your watch is vibrating constantly, you can disable some apps and that will prevent them from sending the notifications to your watch. Of course, for this to work, your watch needs to be paired with a phone. Mine is, so I'm gonna grab my phone that is paired with my watch. I'm gonna zoom out the camera so you can see the whole screen of the phone. And on the phone that is paired with my watch, I can open the Polar Flow Sync application. Tap on Menu, tap on Devices. And here we have the phone notifications. I'm gonna turn them on. Allow the required permissions. Okay. And now I have the notifications enabled. And if I get some notifications from applications on my phone, they will also be popping up on the watch. And you can block some apps, like I said before. So you can tap on Block Apps right here. And right here I have only Polar Flow on the list, because I didn't receive any notifications from other applications. So basically this list will fill in gradually once you receive some notifications on your phone. And once the list fills in, you can basically check the box right here next to the app to block it, and you won't be receiving notifications from this app on your watch anymore. Okay, so let's move our phone, bring back the watch, zoom out the camera, so you can see the watch a bit better. Okay, and next thing I want to show you is the how to customize the views page. Basically, I used to call it widgets, but every watch company calls it differently. When you wake up the screen on your watch, you can swipe left or right on the screen to scroll through some functions of the watch. And Polar calls it views. And we can customize this menu. And to do that, we need to open the menu, so press the back button. Scroll down, find the settings icon. Tap on it, of course. Here you will see the option called views, and you can tap on it. And here you can check on or uncheck the boxes next to the features you want to see or not see on the views page. Basically, if you uncheck the box, you won't see this feature on the views page. And if you check them, you will see them. So I'm just gonna disable a lot of them. Like this. And I just leave music control and maybe daily activity. And then we can tap on save. And if you go back to the views menu, if you try to swipe left and right on the home screen, you will see only two options if you disable the same things as I did. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is the carb and water reminder. Basically, the watch will remind you during training to consume carbs and drink water. I believe Polar likes to call it smart fuel or something like that. Anyway, to open that menu, we need to press the back button, then scroll down and look for the fueling and tap on it. And as you can see here, we have smart carb reminder and manual carb reminder and drink reminder. Smart carb reminder will basically remind you every some time. As you can see, we have hour and 30 minutes, but you can change it. You can change duration to whatever you like by swiping on the hours and the minutes, like this. Then we have intensity. Basically, you can select the hard zone. Then we have the carbs per saving, and you can change the amount of carbs you will be consuming, or to remind you how much carbs you should consume. And then you can tap on next. As you can see, it says that we don't need to you don't need to consume carbs during short sessions, and we can also add the drink reminder. We're gonna just back up from this, and I'm gonna show you the manual carb reminder. And here you can basically choose the duration, let's say every 20 minutes. And basically you will see this pop up on the screen. It will remind you every 20 minutes to consume some carbs. And then we have the drink reminder. And here you can set it to some time period, like every 25 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 35, and stuff like that. Okay, and I believe that's about all when it comes to reminders about the carbs and water. And you can then tap on use now to use it during the training if you want to. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to change the map on your watch. By default, you will have American map, I believe European as well. But let's say you download some additional maps and you want to change it to that map you downloaded. You need to, I removed the navigation menu here, so I'm gonna, give me a second. I'm gonna go back to settings and add the navigation view, because it makes it a bit easier. So I'm gonna add the navigation right here. Did I save it? Oh, I didn't. Okay, let's go back, save my navigation views. Okay. And now find the navigation panel, or navigation view, tap on it. And by default, the watch will automatically select the map to your purposes, but you can tap on the search icon right here, then press the middle button, scroll down, tap on current maps, and here, if you scroll down, you will see what maps you have installed on your watch. And as you can see here, we have Europe, North America, and Serbia. And let's say you want to change to Serbia, you can tap on change, scroll down, and tap on Serbia. It's recommended to leave it on automatic. The watch will basically do it automatically, but sometimes it might not detect your map. It might not work. You can basically open this menu and select whatever you want to use. Once we're, or rather, as long, or maybe not as long, but if we're already on the topic of the maps, my bad, we can also calibrate the compass. So if you're not sure your compass is showing the directions correctly, you can open this menu again here, and then tap on compass calibration. And you need to perform some stuff for it to calibrate. Basically, you need to move this ball up, down, left, right. You need to orient your watch like this, and then you need to move it around like this for the bars to show up right here, the green bars. Like that. This. Come on, okay. Right here. Like that. And now we need to turn our watch upside down, like that. And once you hear the beeping, oh, apparently we failed. Let's try again, okay. Oh, this time it worked. Compass ready. And now your compass should show correct directions. Okay, let's leave them up. And now I'm gonna show you another feature called Find My Phone. This is useful if, for example, if you placed your phone somewhere and you can't find it, you can use this feature to basically locate your phone. Of course, granted your watch is paired with your phone, otherwise it won't work. But if your watch is paired with a phone, you can wake up the screen, swipe down from the top of the screen to open the quick settings, and here you can scroll through the menu and look for the Find My Phone option. And if you tap on it, it will show you the general direction. As you can see, my phone is near because it's literally next to me. But if you tap on this speaker icon, it will also make your phone vibrate and make sound, so you can find it a bit easier. Okay, let's go back from this. Another thing I can show you is the flashlight. So sometimes you can see in dark and you don't have your phone maybe on you, or you left it somewhere, and the only thing you have with you is the watch. You can enter the flashlight mode on this watch. It will light up the screen in white color. It's not great source of light, but it's always something, so it might be useful at some point. And to open or launch the flashlight, you need to wake up the screen, swipe down from the top of the screen, then find the flashlight icon and tap on it. And the watch will start glowing in white. And like I said, it's not great source of light, but if you're in a pinch, it might save you. Okay, and to exit it, you can press the back button. Now, let's grab our phone, because we're gonna need this for this thing. And basically, I want to show you how to enable the voice guidance. The voice guidance is useful if you want to train with your headphones on. Basically, you can connect headphones to your watch. And if you're training with the headphones, you can enable voice guidance, which will basically tell you stuff about your training. And to do that, we need to open the Polar Flow Sync on the phone that is paired with our watch, of course. So let's open the app, tap on Menu, and tap on the devices, of course. Here you should see your Polar Grid X2. Now, as you can see, we have this option here, voice guidance, and we can tap on the option. By default, it will be turned off. And if you want to turn it on, tap on the switch. And then you can also enable and disable some features like training guidance. It will basically tell you stuff about the targets on the go, get suggestions for the training and stuff like that. It will make your training a bit easier, I would say. Then we have labs, and it will give you information about each time when you complete the lab and stuff like that. And finally, we have zones. hard zones. And you can also enable it. It will give you feedback about your hard zones during the training. And then we have the text to speech, and here you can change some settings on your phone, actually. You can select the preferred engine, language, speech rate, pitch of the voice, and stuff like that. You can tap on play to listen to it. That's a bit funny. Let's make it a bit...
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
Okay, that's a bit silly, so I'm gonna lower the pitch.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
And speech rate.
This is an example of
Too
speech
slow.
synthesis in English. This is an example
Okay.
of speech synthesis in English.
Good enough, let's say. And then we can go back. And now we can also test our sound right here in the app.
You did 21 kilometers in 1 hour and 2 minutes.
And that's how
Your
it
average
will...
heart rate was 152
Okay,
beats
shush.
per minute.
And basically that's how it will sound in your headphones when you're training, if the feature is enabled. And the last thing I want to show you is the music control on your watch. Basically, you can use your watch to control the music on your phone, which is quite useful if you're training, for example, and you're listening to something on your phone. You can simply lift your watch, tap on the music control to control the media on your watch. For that, of course, your watch, not on your watch, my phone, on your, my bad, on your phone. Of course, for that to work, your phone needs to be paired with your watch. And once the devices are paired, you will also need to allow some permissions for this to work. Usually, you can just go to the Polar app, and here you can enable the notifications. And once you enable the notifications, you will see the pop-up about the required permissions. And once you allow the required permissions, music control will work as well. But if you're not sure that the permissions are enabled, you can go to settings on your phone. Settings. Then apps, special apps access. And here you need to look for something like notification read reply and control, notification access, device and app notifications, something in that manner, because every Android phone calls it differently for some reason. I don't know why. But basically you need to look for the option like this, and you need to allow the notification access for the Polar Flow 1 and 2. Basically you have the speaker icon and the message icon. Once you allow the notification access by simply tapping on the app and tapping on the switch right here, the music control should be working. And on the iPhone, you also need to allow the permission for the notifications, but it works a bit differently. Basically, you need to go to settings, Bluetooth, you need to find the watch on the list of my devices, tap on the info icon next to it, tap on the, or rather enable the option called Share System Notifications, and once you enable it, the music control should work as well. Okay, and once you enable the notifications, and let's say you listen to some music on your phone, let me open YouTube on my phone, and some no copyright music, of course. Oh, here we have a playlist. Let me actually lower the volume a bit because it's a bit loud. Okay. Okay, so we have a music playing, and let's say you want to control it with your watch. You go to your watch, wake up the screen, of course, and if you didn't remove the view from the list right here, you can scroll through the list view, and one of them will be music control. And here you can increase, decrease the volume, you can pause, resume, you can go next and previous song. Quite useful feature if you ask me. Okay. And of course, once you close the music source, it will say unknown media, so it won't detect the thing. And that's about all I wanted to show you. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving a like on the video.